How's it going, creeps? Welcome back to Cinema Creep. My name is Drucifer, and this is Trailer Trash. Trailer Trash is a segment on this channel where I dissect, discuss, and review horror film trailers. And today we're talking about one that honestly I haven't really been too excited for, but I'm going to try and change my opinion when I watch the trailer and dig a little deeper into it, because I've seen a lot of people talking about this movie, and like I said, I'm not super excited about it because it just looks like it is something that has gone through the Hollywood machine and something that was made to really just appeal to the masses. Now, I could be wrong, but I guess I'm going to find out today whether or not that is factual. So I'm talking about none other than Abigail 2024. So this movie is rated R, has a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes, so it sort of hits that sweet spot. I like for my horror films to be anywhere from 80 minutes to about an hour and 45 minutes. So I think that this one is right in the sweet spot there. It's classified as monster horror and horror thriller. So the synopsis for Abigail is: after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, they retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. So that synopsis is kind of rad. Reading the synopsis and not knowing anything else about this film, I probably would watch this if I saw this on streaming. Now, this isn't a synopsis that makes me want to run out and go pay prices for this on its box office release night. It's more of something that I think I would want to see during matinee, like on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. when I have nothing else going on, pay like $8 a ticket instead of, like $30 a ticket. So this is releasing very soon. It's coming out April 19th, 2024, and it'll probably have a huge theatrical release because, like I said, this is just one of those huge universal blockbuster horror movies that they're going to push like crazy. It has a 6 out of 10 stars here on IMDb, which we don't really care too much about that. And scrolling down, just looking at some of the reviews, it has some really good reviews here. It has a 10 star and an 8 star. So this person says it's the movie of the year, you must watch. I can already tell you I don't agree with that because I already feel like Maxine is going to be the horror movie of the year. And then this person says Abigail absolutely annihilates. So going back up here, looking at the poster, I'm not really too stoked on the poster for this because it has a cool tagline, children can be such monsters, because I do know that this is a vampire film, and that's really about all that I know about it. But, it's a cool poster. It has the main actress, and she has blood on her ballerina tutu. So it's kind of cool, but if I saw this on the wall at the theater, I probably wouldn't really be interested in seeing this because it just looks kind of corny. Like I said, it looks like one of those big Hollywood, just horror productions. And I did read in an article that she is a real-life ballerina or went to ballerina school or something like that. So it's kind of cool that she gets to utilize her skills in this film as, like, I guess a vampire ballerina or something like that. So cool that she gets to utilize her skills in this movie, and she gets to be in a vampire horror film at such a young age. So let's go ahead and let's check out this trailer. There is a couple different trailers here on IMDb. There's one that is 2 minutes, and there's one that is 1:13. So you guys know I'm a fan of short trailers, but you know what? Let's watch the 2-minute, 30-second trailer just to see what all we can see about Abigail.
You all came highly recommended. You know the rules. No real names, no backstories, no cell phones.
So whose kid is she?
A very wealthy man who's about to be $50 million poorer.
I'm here to make sure you're safe.
What's your name? Mine's Abigail.
You can call me Joey.
Do you have any kids?
I have a little boy.
See you in 24 hours.
Do you know what a pinky promise is? If you behave and do as we say, Like Pinky promised you. It'll all be over soon.
Joey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
What the?
We gotta get out of here.
I think she knows something.
Guys. Guys.
What is that thing?
We kidnapped a vampire. A ballerina vampire. Okay, how do we kill a vampire? What are we talking about? Like an Anne Rice or a True Blood? You know, Twilight? Stake through the heart. Daylight is a big one.
All right, let's go kill us a vampire.
Ready?
What can I say? I like playing with my phone.
She's flying! Vampire on my ass! I hate ballet.
So that was Abigail 2024. So there are a couple things I want to talk about in this trailer. First and foremost, the movie doesn't look bad, but it looks exactly like I thought it was going to when I said it looks like it's going to be a overdone Hollywood horror production. I don't know whether this is supposed to be a horror comedy. It doesn't say horror comedy, and that's one thing that sort of gets on my nerves sometimes is when you have horror movies that can't decide whether they want to be scary or they want to be a comedy. I love horror comedies, but I don't like when horror movies are like, we're going to try to be funny and then we're going to try to seriously be scary in the same vein. Like, you know, Evil Dead, right? Horror comedy, one of the greatest horror comedies of all time, never tries to take its scares seriously. And I feel like this one is going to try to take its scares seriously and then try to be funny just from some of the dialogue that the cast was having between themselves, right? Like saying it's a ballerina vampire and let's go kill a vampire. Just saying a lot of little things that were supposed to be, you could tell they're going to be laughable moments when you watch this movie. Now, everybody looks like they're going to do a fine job acting in this. The vampire looks pretty cool. I like how Alicia Ware, she plays a vampire that doesn't just have fangs. She has just jagged teeth all in her mouth, so that's kind of cool looking. And this is very reminiscent to me of House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price. I almost feel like they're being set up, you know, and, you know, because they get locked in the house. So I feel like they're being set up and there's a little bit deeper mystery to the story there is what it feels like to me. But I don't know. It'll be fun, but it's not something I'm going to go see unless I go see it matinee, like I said, and pay like $8 for. You could tell they put a lot of time and a lot of care and a lot of effort into it, but it just doesn't speak to me. It's just one of those horror movies that I think is just going to go to the wayside, you know, and we're going to see a lot of things come out that's better than this year, and this will probably be forgotten about. So just based upon the trailer, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 creeps. Actually, scratch that. We're going to give it a 2 out of 5 creeps. I'm not extremely stoked on it. One thing I will say that this film has going for is it has a lot of important horror names attached to it, or a lot of experienced horror names attached to it. So we're talking about the directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. So Matt Bettinelli, he has done the recent Scream movies. He did Ready or Not. He did Southbound, Devil's Due in 2014. He did some segments in VHS. Tyler Gillette, same thing. You know, he has been he's directed Abigail, directed some of the recent Scream movies, Ready or Not, Southbound. So these guys, they definitely know what they're doing. And same with the writers. You have Guy Basick, who did Ready or Not. He did the recent Scream movies. He's writing Scream 7. And Steven Shields, who looks like he's sort of starting to get his foot in these bigger horror films, because this looks like the biggest one that he has a writing credit to date, but he definitely has a lot of writing credits on his resume, so good for him. And when it comes to stars in this, we have Giancarlo Esposito, who you guys know I love. He's Gustavo Fring. He's also going to be a Maxine, so it's really cool to see that he is starting to dip his toes in the horror genre, because I think he is a very underrated actor, and I hope he decides to stay in the horror genre because I feel like he can be a great horror character. We also have Melissa Barrera, who you guys know dropped out of the Scream 7 movie, so it's kind of interesting to see that some of the writers and directors from the recent Scream movies are on this film. I wonder if she bumped heads with them at all, or if it was just like an executive producer, studio head kind of deal that she wasn't getting along with. And then, of course, you have Alicia Ware, who plays Abigail, the main character. It looks like she has been in some things of her own, maybe a couple thriller, horror-type movies, but it looks like she's just really getting her career started. So good for her for getting in a horror film, and hopefully she sticks in horror, because let's be honest, horror is the best movie genre out there. I understand why people would want to see this and why people would like it, but it's just not my sort of thing. Also, really interested in why that one guy, whatever actor this is, looks like Elon Musk. Kevin Durand, that's who that is. Why does he look like Elon Musk in this? It's really weird. So, like I said, the vampire looks cool in this. The premise is cool. But if you've seen other horror movies, you could tell where they're borrowing a lot of this shit from. And it's just a watered-down version of other things, in my opinion. So let me know how you guys felt about the Abigail trailer. Is it something you're excited to see? Is it something that you think is just a watered-down version of other things, like I said? Or are you going to go see this opening night and be like some of these other people on IMDb and say this is the best movie of the year? Either way, let me know down in the comments. And this one was pretty simple. Not a whole lot to talk about here. Like I said, there's cool shots, but other than that, it's not for me. So, as always, stay creepy, and I will see you on the next one. See you.